Man, that is some good bourbon. Great bourbon. It hits the spot every time. Gotta get a little bit more of that. There we go. Some good old fashioned. Good stuff. Full glass of that. Well, you see, I just got out the club and it was a great time. Great time for me to just sit back and relax, have a couple of shots, talk to the ladies, you know, do what the jiggy does. But this video's been going on long enough. I'm gonna be reviewing this Harlem Nights. Yeah, boy. Hey guys, as you can see with that rough edit of a bunch of stuff I was trying to set up for the intro of this video, I'm reviewing this movie right here, Harlem Nights. This movie stars Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, and Red Foxx. 3 generations of comedians who hands down changed the world of comedy, and I doubt anybody can sit there and go against that grain and say, hey, they didn't change shit. They changed a lot. This movie right here is, to me, one of my all-time great movies. The first time I ever watched this movie, believe it or not, was when I was like 8 or 7 years old, and it was on VHS. I still have the VHS somewhere, but I wanted to get the DVD, and I watched this movie, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, like I just watched it now, like it's brand fucking new to me. The movie was Eddie Murphy's directorial debut. Many people shit on the fact that they say that Eddie Murphy, he won a 10th annual Golden Raspberry Award for worst director. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I really think the critics are garbage when it comes to this movie. They really shitted on this movie for no fucking reason. I thought the direction of the movie was good. I thought the way Eddie Murphy produced this movie was really good. I like the casting of this movie. Danny Aiello does a great job in this movie. Jasmine Guy does a good job in this movie. There's a whole bunch of people in this movie that did a terrific job. This movie also had the late great Robert Harris, who is one of the funniest comedians you'll ever see. They didn't really give him a chance to really do any of his comedic stuff in this movie, but it still is hands down a great movie. Anytime you get a movie, and the movie was headlined, of course, by Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor, but anytime you have a movie that's headlined by Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, and Red Foxx, all 3 of the greatest fucking comedians you can ever fucking see, this is a great movie. This movie has Della Reese as well, who plays really good in this movie. She plays off a lot with Red Foxx as well as Eddie Murphy's character in the movie. There's a scene in the movie where Della Reese and Eddie Murphy go into a little spat, and they go outside of the club, and they go, basically, she's like, come on. She basically sitting there saying that he's accusing Eddie Murphy's character, who plays Quick in the movie, accusing her of stealing money from the club. And basically, there's a fisticuffs, and they fight. It's funny as hell because she's daring him. She pulls a knife on Eddie Murphy's character, and Eddie Murphy pulls out a gun, and she says, "Okay, so now you want to show me? So, y'all shoot me in my pinky toe." So she has her feet out, and he says, "Pow!" Drops her ass in the foot. It's funny. It's a whole bunch of scenes in the movies. Also, a little cameo, but he also has a little scene in the movie too. Is Arsenio Hall, and we all know Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy played in Coming to America together. But Arsenio Hall is pissed off at Eddie Murphy's character because he thinks he killed his brother. So anyway, it's a whole little car chase scene in the movie, and what happens is he's like screaming and Rich Rouse. I mean, no, sorry, Howard City Hall was like, "You killed my brother! You killed my brother! You know, fuck it." I'm like this. If you've ever seen Harlem Nights, you know what I mean when this is a funny ass fucking movie. When you have, like I say, Arsenio Hall, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, even Eddie Murphy's brother is in this movie. You have him. You have a whole bunch of great fucking comedy in this movie. I hate the fact that they sit there and basically say that this movie was not a good movie. I'm looking right now on Wikipedia, and I'm surprised. This movie was a great movie. It was released in 1989. It's a comedy dash drama, but to me, I think it's more of a comedy. I don't see the drama because it's just a funny ass movie. Eddie Murphy, you know, this is his first directorial debut as doing something where he produced the movie himself. It's a great movie to me. I don't want to give too much of the plot of the movie because, like I said, you have to watch this movie. And if you watch this movie, you'll thoroughly enjoy it. And I know there are a bunch of people out there that's going to say, well, Jughead, when you did your intro, you was talking about bourbon, but this is not bourbon. Okay, this is not bourbon. This is some brandy. This is Palm and Sun. But who gives a shit? If you're going to be that critiqued about my video editing or how I did a video. But Harlem Nights, man, this is a fucking awesome movie. It's a movie that I've enjoyed for years, and I just want to do a review of it because I really do feel that this is a movie that doesn't get as much respect as it could get. I don't know if it's because of who Eddie Murphy directed it, but Eddie Murphy did an excellent job in my opinion. He directed it, he produced it, he even wrote the fucking movie, and he always wanted to do a timepiece. And when he got a little success in his pocket, he was able to go and do it. And he had a chance to work with one of his fucking idols, and it's Richard Pryor. And Red Fox, I mean, come on, man. That's like a dream come true. But I'm not going to give away, really, hopefully, none of this movie. Because this, like I say, it's a review, but it's not a review of giving spoilers. And I want you guys to know that if you ever see this movie, I got this movie for $5 from Walmart. If you ever see this movie on the cheap, hell, if you see the movie and it's not really that cheap, get it. Harlem Nights, I mean, you have a movie that stars Red Fox. Damn it. You got you got you got Eddie Murphy. You got Richard Pryor. You've got a whole an all-star cast, really. You have a bunch of great actors in this movie, and I think this movie, for what critics gave it, is garbage. This movie did do successful in the box office. It made 3.5 times more than it took to make the movie. So this movie was a success as it relates to critical acclaim, as it relates to people watching it and enjoying the movie. Critics sometimes that review movies, they're garbage because sometimes they're just doing it on their own opinion. This movie right here, Harlem Nights, it's a buy, it's a check, it's a win. But yeah, I've been rambling too long, and not only am I drinking me some good old fashioned brandy, I'm also sipping on a bush. So this is Jughead 82 signing off. You guys have a good one.